Hey guys, welcome back. I've been sick for a while, and also my dog have been sick, so some things didn't happen. But yeah, we're still on the grind, and things have changed. I had time to brainstorm and get things newly done. So yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make it 7 years. And yeah, let's get into the video. We're immediately going to start in the middle of the meet. So we have a quarter 2 plans, but they are deviating because I had some trouble with the raising prices and the situation I'm currently in, and for the current situation where I'm going for. One of the things that is job security, which is not really a thing anymore, but switching industries basically. Um, we had a deal with current contract logistics is what I'm doing. Logistics has a problem because it's getting low seasons, which means I will earn less, but the prices are skyrocketing in my current country. So that is something I need to switch quicker. So I had to think about if I'm going to go more in depth as in specialization, or if I'm going to go more wide and postpone certain things what I was originally doing. So let me talk about what I originally was doing. I was originally doing going back to SvelteKit and Next.js and make a project and then put it on my resume, but also just for the experience that I have done it once. And meanwhile, I want to work on my business that I wanted to start somewhere in the summer. But thinking about this made, it became more cumbersome because, yeah, the current situation where I'm in that I have to switch jobs quicker um, is actually going for a different plan. So what I'm going to do, I am going to do that later on, but now I'm going to do first Shopify. I'm also going to buy a team for Shopify just to put it on my resume so I can apply for these jobs. Yeah, that sounds like something like you haven't done it yet. Well, meanwhile, I'm learning as I already has on my resume and applying. So you never know what happens. I'm going to do the same for Angular JS. So then I have React, Svelte, Vue, and Angular. So there's no way that I cannot apply for these jobs. Now, why am I doing those two in priority? Because the jobs that are currently wanted in my situation is Angular. There's a lot of jobs in Angular, and there's a lot of jobs as e-commerce co-worker, e-commerce front-end developer. And when I already did WordPress WooCommerce and I do also Shopify, then I could say, hey man, I have the experience. So because those jobs are more common than the current jobs that I'm applying for, that's what I want to do. I also was surprised that one vacancy or recruiter said we only had 55 responses. That's not a lot. That is low. And I'm happy that it was only 55 because that gave me a little bit more hope. Now, then again, I want to remind you guys that this channel is not for jobs, but it's something I have to start with because I will never be able to make 600 today within 7 years just having a job. And also, I don't want that. I don't want to work my ass off for a job. I want to be, I don't want to say financially free. I just want to earn. I have a goal and I want to earn that. That's basically it, right? And that can be through different kinds of channels which is in a description of the channel. All right. Now that being said, something that I also want to focus on is the next thing is going to be probably PHP, but only the syntax, only the WordPress part, not necessarily deep in my SQL and those kind of stuff. I'm gonna learn a little bit on how it works and how it connects, so a little back end. But what's gonna be more focus is actually mobile development, not because I want to, but because there's a lot of jobs. I will stop going wide until I get a job. Well, not necessarily, but until I cannot go wider, and then we will go more in depth continuing with the business. So now you know that, and there's a lot of preparation that I also need to work on. So I wanted to be clear that this is going to be the direction of quarter 2, and I don't want this to be the direction, but yeah, hard times requires hard solutions. So this is one of the solutions that I can do. Now, this is actually against advice that most recruiters will say. They will say, well, we need specialization instead of, like someone that is a jack of all trades. But I'm trying to get the foot in the door, and it doesn't matter if it's this job or that job. Now, I don't necessarily want to apply to all these jobs. I just want to be like a CMS kind of guy and just putting and pasting and dropping. But it seems, according to my research, that most of these jobs in my country also requires SEO, also requires marketing, also requires WordPress web team building, and some things more. Occasionally, I have researched that 1 or 2 times a month there will be a job only for CMS, but mostly they are not. So that's why I have to get something, maybe like an e-commerce employee, a no-code, a WordPress developer, a front-end developer, Angular developer, React developer, something like that. Like some people will say, well, oh, why don't you apply for like email developer, right? Also, this is the same thing. Email here is not only making up templates and those kind of stuff. No, it is also copywriting. It is also marketing, and they also ask like a bachelor in economics, which I don't have. So I have something in technology. It's called computer science. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for now. And I don't want it to be this way, but I had some really deep thinking and getting the foot in the door, getting this done as quick as possible, so we can go onto the goal where we are again. I think that is something we should focus on. So yeah, I'm gonna round this video off. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make a 600 today in 7 years. And yeah, about the streaming, by the way, it's gonna be less streams, but they're gonna be a little more quality. That's just for quarter 2, but I want to stream more. But sometimes it's not possible. Maybe I will stream every day, maybe not. But it's not the focus right now. The focus is that I get the foot in the door, that I can switch careers, that I actually don't have to stress financially, because if I do stress financially all the time, it's hard to program, hard to focus on your business. So I want to get this thing right. All right, and I'll see you on to the next video.